The horror retrospective show.
Horror retrospective show.
The horror retrospective show.
Hello, lovelies. Today we are taking a look at Anneliese, the Exorcist tapes. This is a 2011 release from the Asylum, and I think all of us are familiar enough with that distribution company to know this is a very skippable film, and I implore you, save yourselves, don't watch it. But if you do need to watch this one just because you are an enthusiast of possession films, which I'm sure some of you are, here is the rundown. The DVD itself includes more of a featurette. It's positioned as a documentary. It runs roughly 6 minutes long. You really don't need to watch this one. It recycles footage from the film and repositions it as reenactments, and it really doesn't offer anything new other than to convince you of the legitimacy of this case, which is supposedly actually true. It's one of the worst exorcism cases in history and supposedly inspired The Exorcist. All very doubtable, but this short documentary really doesn't add anything to the authenticity of the movie. You really don't need it at all. It doesn't offer anything new. And once again, if you are an enthusiast of the genre, it's all stuff we've all heard before. So, for example, things like the medical community out to disprove the need for exorcisms, that usually it's some sort of medical condition, whether mental health, epilepsy, what have you.
She needs to be taken to the hospital. She needs to be treated with medication.
We also go over some of the very stereotypical telltale signs, which we are all very familiar with, such as self-urination, defecation, grand mal seizures, contortion. It really offers nothing new. So the film itself is a found footage or mockumentary style type film, and it tries very hard to come off as a legitimate docu-film. It's one of the worst mockumentaries I have ever seen. Faces of Death was definitely more legitimate than this one, but it also claims to include audio and video files from a total of 76 actual exorcisms ranging from June of 1976 and onward into the following months, which really, at an hour and 20 minutes, it just makes the film that much more boring. You go through very stereotypical scenes of a woman acting possessed or trying to convince us that she's possessed. The film is filled with very bad acting, even worse German accents. We also have fake interviews with the family members where they're telling us how the afflicted was different before the event, big duh, and how the family's been affected, you know, so on and so forth. It's a very typical B film, nothing we haven't seen before. It also features VHS quality type footage, so you have a variation between colored film, very grainy film. We skip between black and white. It's very difficult on the eyes. It's painful at times to watch. You also have some white noise effects. There are portions of the film where it's a blacked out screen and all you hear are supposed growling from possessed characters with dialogue in German, and there are no subtitles. So I'm not fluent. I have no idea what's going on. All I'm hearing is a lot of monster voices speaking who knows what. It could be a recipe for tuna casserole for all I know. But Definitely a very skippable film. It definitely does not need to be on anyone's watch list unless you enjoy the work of the Asylum. Definitely not something that anyone needs to watch ever in their lives. I didn't need to watch it. I don't know why I did, other than the fact that I like religious terror genre films. But that is all I have for you guys for today, and I will talk to you later.